But you're a herbalist, so you can handle it.
And in all fairness, like, they tend to stay in my throat and then dissolve. And so with digestive enzymes, it's particularly horrible because eventually you'll get a little burp and it'll shoot all the digestive enzymes into your mouth.
Yeah.
And then you get the full flavor variety of it.
Yeah, so in that case, what you need to do is take a lot of water, which unfortunately dilutes the digestive enzymes to a degree. Yes?
So my husband is in India right now. He's from India. And he's doing the panchakarma treatment, but the one specific snehapana where you drink the oil.
Yeah?
And he's been experiencing, like, I don't know, right now I guess in India it's kind of controversial to do that because there could be the, like, toxins and heavy metals absorbing into the oil, right? If they're using certain herbs and stuff like that. So that, on one hand, kind of...
So let's put that in perspective. Yes, that can happen, but it's not that normal. Okay. You're going to have to worry about toxic metals.
Right.
I mean, it really depends on where the herbs are from, etc., etc. But lots of times these things are over-dramatized than it really is.
Okay. But now he's experiencing, like, he's got pain in his ankles and legs and stuff like that. Is that just from toxins, possibly?
I can't answer that question because I don't know his situation.
Yeah.
But as you might remember, Herring's law of cure says all symptoms leave the body in the reversal of the order they enter the body from the top down. So lots of times pain in the feet will be part of the process of them being eliminated.
Right, okay. Thank you.
I have a question about vitamin D production. I read recently somewhere that redheads, because we are more sensitive to the sun, will produce it more easily. Is that true?
I do not have knowledge on that, so I can't give you indication. It does make sense that redheads would be able to, would maybe get more, but let's be real specific. Humans do not produce vitamin D. That's why it's a vitamin. We actually have bacteria living on our skin that produce the vitamin D. And what's the difference between a redhead and a brunette for the amount of bacteria on your skin? Might not be synonymous, okay? Now, again, let's put that in perspective, and it's fairly important to understand. This is particularly true of people who become snowbirds in the middle of the winter, meaning they go south. Because vitamin D literally is produced by a group of organisms, and this group of organisms, bacteria, sit on our skin, and it takes somewhere between 30 and 90 minutes for them to produce the vitamin E, and they literally go vitamin E potty, and then we can absorb them through our skin. So that means if you're out in the sun, in the tropics, usually we're talking anywhere above 45 minutes of 20% exposure is enough to produce the vitamin E for a day, and sometimes even excessive. But obviously the larger surface area and the large amount of time exposure. In Canada, where we are right now, basically that is true from about the beginning and middle of April to about the beginning and middle of September. Then you have to really multiply it largely. And in December, you could probably be out in the sun with 20% exposure and freeze your bejesus off and still not get it after 2 or 3 hours. So it's the angle of the sun. But let's say you're in the tropics and you're outside for an hour or two and you've got good sun levels, you've got enough vitamin D3, and you jump into a chlorinated pool. It kind of negates the whole process, because the chlorine, of course, will kill the bacteria. Or taking a soapy shower will also denute the problem. So what we're suggesting, if you want vitamin D production from the sun, is you can rinse yourself off, you can even go in the ocean. Okay, salt water will not affect it to the same degree, but probably affects it somewhat. Chlorinated water and or soapy showers will affect it, so you shouldn't take a soapy shower for at least 3 hours after you've been in the sun to be able to get the utilization of the vitamin D. In general, of course, your overall hygiene would probably be more significant to how much bacteria you have in your skin to produce the vitamin D. So everyone's not equal in that same category. But just to put it in perspective, last year they started doing a real lot of testing on people, and over 90% of Canadians in November through April were deficient in vitamin D. So it behooves us to take it.